The author is sorry for mispronouncing fiery and fieriness throughout this video. Please understand fury as fiery and fieriness as fieriness. We repeat, the human pyramid is still incomplete. The highest level is still missing. At the present time, it is our task to start to develop the fiery body, our eternal individuality. The fiery body is a creature of the highest vibration. Thus, when you put yourself in a fiery condition and increase the vibration of your being, you are building up at the same time your invisible, your eternal body. In its childhood, the little soul is hidden deep within you. In its fully grown-up state, a great soul reveals itself as an almost visible, at least noticeable being of light that surrounds your body. In the fiery condition, you tear this spiritual aspect of your being out of its twilight state and bring it to life. The fiery body may sometimes manifest itself even through the physical shell. So when the manifestations of the fire of space have reached a certain intensity, the fiery body begins to radiate, as it were, in small fires across the surface of the physical body. Only rarely can this subtle fiery condition be seen. In a state of highest vibration, the human pyramid has grown up completely. The fiery body is alive and functional. It allows you to lead a conscious existence on all levels, in all worlds, even in the highest, the fiery world, the world of the soul, in eternity, in heaven. You begin to develop and use the gigantic potential of a being of spirit. Nature reveals itself in three physical states: solid, liquid, and gas, depending on the temperature or frequency of the vibration. Correspondingly, fieriness or solar-likeness is the highest physical state of man, not just a state of our consciousness, but a state of our being. You actually are a higher being. Just as vapor is another thing with greater potential than water and ice. Do I then cease to have a physical body? Does it disappear? Am I just a being of spirit? No, of course not. In this respect, the comparison is misleading. We must not split up the entire being, the human pyramid. You consist of a physical body and a non-material part, the soul. Both aspects form an inseparable unit. Similar to a centaur, this mythical creature, half human, half animal, you are a hybrid being, half material and half spiritual, half visible and half invisible. The physical body is preserved, and the fiery body develops in addition. Both exist simultaneously. as light, you are composed of both matter and vibration. You are, so to speak, ice and vapor at the same time, half ice, half vapor. Your entire being vibrates either high or low. There is no separation between the higher and the lower self. Can't you make that a little bit clearer? The fiery body must not remain in abstraction. If it is formed, that means, in concrete terms, you actually are a being of spirit that actually appears on the spiritual level in the world of the soul. For example, as a collaborator of the Brotherhood, a spiritual warrior, healer, disciple, teacher, or king of the spirit. The ideal image according to which you want to shape yourself has become a reality. The beings of the next evolutionary stage, the sixth race, are immortal men of spirit. Now we assemble the spirits of the sixth race, and Agni Yoga is the call. The new race is not created through heredity or breeding, but through spiritual elevation. You transform into a man of spirit, into Nietzsche's overman, by increasing the vibration of your being. Fieriness means higher spirituality, and thus a higher level of human development. When you put yourself in the fiery state, you have at the same time, at least for a moment, created from yourself the new man. We are witnessing the birth of a new, immortal, inviolable, invisible creature, which is of the highest subtlety, almost no longer material. You are the creator. But when your vibration drops, vapor turns back to ice, the butterfly to a caterpillar, the spiritual to a physical being, and the immortal to an ordinary mortal man. That must never happen. It should not be thought that in his consciousness an arhat could lose sight of the guiding will even for an instant. He proves to be a simple mortal if he does not always solemnly bear the chalice of achievement. The power of his heart becomes dormant as soon as he ceases to feel the hierarchic thread in his hand. So easy is it in principle to climb the next stage of evolution, and yet so difficult in everyday implementation. A small step for you, but a giant leap for mankind, just like long ago the elevation from 4 to 2 legs. The species Homo sapiens turns into the higher species, Homo immortalis. In the fiery condition, you have reached your true greatness. Now you actually are the great, beautiful, and powerful being that you are intended to be, according to your destiny, which is hidden within you. Now you can proudly declare Here is the new man. All the exercises for the creation of the new man that we have already talked about, such as elevation, transformation into a spiritual being, inviolability, and bring your soul to life, are included in the exercise theory condition. Isn't fiery state too high a term for an average little person like me? Doesn't that mean the opened fiery centers? In a sense, you are right. We can increase our vibration indefinitely. In the highest state of feariness, we radiate so powerfully that an ordinary physical being could not endure our presence and would be reduced to ashes. That is why Jesus in the subtle body forbade Mary Magdalene, "Noli me tangere," do not touch me. Today we are talking about the first steps on the way to this height. There are different degrees of feariness. If you continuously raise your vibrations to a higher level, one day you will need a new, more subtle body which can endure such a tension. Fire destroys coarse physical matter, but it is beneficial for higher, subtle matter, for the spirit. For me, the conviction of our continuity stems from the concept of activity, because if I continue to work tirelessly until my end, nature is obliged to allocate to me a different form of existence if the current one is unable to endure my spirit any longer. Consider what a high degree of fieriness those creatures must have acquired who can live on a fiery planet like Venus at temperatures of around 400 degrees Celsius. The beings living there are much more fiery, that means of a higher vibration, less material and more spiritual than those on Earth. Let us also approach our topic scientifically. We remember your fiery body, your eternal individuality, is a being of light. You are, your soul is, what it radiates. Sensitive people can see, or at least feel, your body of light. Then you can do that too. What is this stuff our souls are made of? Your eternal individuality consists of highly spiritualized substance, of invisible subtle matter, of waves or vibrations like light. One speaks accurately of the fibers of our being. They are of such a high frequency that they are beyond our eyesight. The spiritual aroma exhaling from every personality used by the ego, that is, the essence of every good deed and thought, arises as a definite color or force. which, being still further purified by its contact with the fires of the spiritual plane, ultimately becomes spiritual indestructible substance. And it is from these purified colors that the radiant white light is reflected, the basis of the individual aura. From this auric essence are created, by means of the spiritual will, the Nirmanakaya bodies, the vehicles or bodies of the great masters. This substance can be controlled only by the spiritual will, and it is the highest degree of potential substance. You may visualize your soul, for example, like this. Look here, this is you. This is how your being of spirit manifests itself. This is how you really look, not like the image you see in the mirror. Albert Einstein grasped this scientific truth as well and expressed it wonderfully like this. We are slowed down, low vibrating sound and light waves, a walking bundle of frequencies tuned into the cosmos. We are souls dressed up in sacred biochemical garments, and our bodies are the instruments through which our souls play their music. If you wish to understand the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibration. In its last analysis, all life is vibration. That is, all forms or differentiations of life are generated and evolved by the different vibratory rates of one homogeneous state of substance, which is of a spiritual nature. Frankly, I don't understand. I am supposed to be a bundle of frequencies. Let us take as an example a musical instrument, a guitar. It has 6 strings. When you tighten the strings, they vibrate at a high frequency and the notes sound high. When you reduce the tension, they vibrate at a low frequency and the notes sound deep. It is similar with your body of light. As a guitar of strings, it consists of waves or vibrations. When the frequency of its waves is low, that is, they vibrate low, it radiates a dark aura, and when the frequency is high, a bright aura. Thus, your nature changes depending on the degree of your vibrations. With the guitar, the physical strings vibrate. With your being of light, its waves vibrate. Just like the physical strings of the guitar, you may tune or tighten these waves of your being of light. Here you can see how your soul consists of waves or vibrations.